What about one of these two, Mum?
Do you know, Alfie, I love this tie. I wouldn't mind, but we're only cheap.
Mum, this is just upsetting you. Why don't we do it later, eh?
Sorry, love, what?
I'll put the kettle on.
No, Gail, please. Do you know, if I've any more tea, I'll drown. Yeah, come on. You're right. Stuff to organise. Come on. Now then, let's see. Right, put that one back. It can go in this. Alfie always wore this for formal engagements. Said it made him look distinguished. See no reason to change now, do you?
Well, if there's anything else you want, Audrey, just let me know.
Yes, his shoes need a polish, and the polish is in the kitchen under the sink, love.
And I line a shirt, shall I?
Yeah, and that's in the laundry basket on the kitchen table. Martin?
Yeah?
You made sure the newspaper knows, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, it's all sorted. There's a notice going in tonight, and I've got an appointment with the insurance company this afternoon.
All right. And the mayor and mayoress, you told them when the funeral was?
Well, I spoke to some bloke from the council offices. They're all coming. The mayor, mayoress, load of council members I've never heard of.
Yeah, I should hope so and all. He was a very distinguished member of the community, Alf.
Shall I do both of these, Mum, and then you can choose which you think is best?
Yes, all right, love.
Hello. I hope you don't mind. The front door was open, so...
You better put the kettle on anyway, Gail.
No, thanks. I won't be stopping. I won't be disturbing you. I just wanted to offer my condolences and to say how sorry we are, Hayley and me. That's all.
Oh, well, that's very good of you, Roy. Thank you.
Roy, I'll just be a couple of minutes. Is that all right?
Oh, no, Gail, come on. You go whenever you have to. Honestly, I'll be all right on my own, I promise.
We just don't want you to feel like you have to be, Audrey, that's all.
Are you sure you can manage?
Yes, you take your time. There's no problem. I got this in the post. I'm not opening up for another hour, so I thought perhaps we could talk. It's from the bike shop, see. I thought I'd go over and see them and confirm that I will be accepting their offer on the cafe. I just wanted you to know that that is my final decision.
And you came round to tell me that? Now?
Well, I thought...
Yeah, and I thought you'd have waited. Some folk have got other things on their mind in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, of course, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I better get off then. Say goodbye to Audrey for me. I'm very sorry.
I'm going to start making things work, Rita, instead of talking about it all the time.
Good for you, love.
I'm going to see the market superintendent this morning, getting a permanent stall organised. You know, now this Christmas stuff's all over. Next market day, I'll be back in business.
Well, it'll do you no harm. And I'll tell you something else for nothing. If there's one thing guaranteed to take your mind off your other problems, it's trying to keep your own business afloat.
And I've got an appointment this afternoon with the solicitor. I want custody sorted out once and for all.
Good for you.
It's not fair on the girls.
No, and if you're going to put this Greg Kelly thing behind you, do you?
Exactly. Get my life in order.
Yes.
Hi, Sal. I heard about what happened with Greg. Sorry, it must have been awful.
Well, there's no need for you to be sorry.
I know you told me, you know, about him hitting you, and I was a real cow to you.
Let's just forget about it, eh?
I knew what you said was true, you know.
Well, I wouldn't have said it otherwise, would I?
I know, it was just... I thought you were jealous. I was really stupid. I'm so sorry.
Well, you should learn to be a bit more gracious when somebody's trying to do you a favour.
I know that now.
Morning.
Oh,
Hiya, Betty.
Hiya. Right, well, don't hang around here parroting to us. Go and get yourself sorted.
All right. See you later.
I don't know. Go on.
Tragic.
What can I get you, Betty?
Oh, just that, lovey. Listen, have you heard how Audrey's getting on?
Well, bearing up as far as I can gather. But then you do, don't you?
Well, I suppose so, yeah.
Well, what can you say? You might live with it, but you never get over it.
No, you just have to get on with it, don't you?
But it'll do Audrey good knowing you're keeping the salon open. That's one thing at least.
Yeah, it's one less thing for her to worry about anyway.
As long as she knows she's got people holding the fort for her until she feels like getting going again.
Yeah.
As soon as you realise that when that funeral's over, you know, there aren't many who'll do that.
Oh, well, let's hope Audrey never has any worries on that score, eh?
Here it is.
Oh, don't say anything to him. Just ignore him.
No, I'd like to say to him.
Come on.
Look at him looking. The devious little toe rag. Well, as long as he don't come over here. Hey! What are you looking at?
Les! Just ignore him. Do you know what? Les, I do not believe you. You must be the only one round here that can't see right through that no-good son of yours.
You what?
Oh, just take your silly head out your backside, will you?
He's aggressive. If he's done it once, he'll do it again. Well, he's barred from this house. And as far as I'm concerned, Janice, the pair of them are.
Not as long as I'm here, they're not. Oh, why don't you just grow up? Standing there, snarling and sticking your chest out like a daft kid. Look at the state of you.
Get lost.
Much as it grieves me to stop you working, Ashley, give that a rest a second and come over here, will you?
Why do I get feeling let myself in for something?
I've been thinking.
I knew it was something bad.
It's time we got back into the butchery trade, Ashley. And with that in mind... Here, try it on.
Well, what would I want to wear that for? They only sell packets of bull damn in here anyway. You not catch me in one of them.
Do you know naught about uniforms, huh? It's common knowledge, I say common knowledge, that all women go weak at the knees in the presence of a stripy apron.
Common knowledge where?
Ask any butcher. Now listen up, Archie. I have taken up a counter at Freshco's for the purveyance of quality meats, and I need a new manager. Congratulations, you're it.
What? Well, I'm all right where I am, thanks very much. I'm doing something to like.
Well, you'll have to unlike it. This business concern is not up for grabs.
Hang on. This is my future we're talking about.
Exactly. Progress, Ashley.
And this is the first I hear about it.
Meat for the millennium, and you are the cutting edge.
And when's all this supposed to happen, if you don't mind me asking?
No, you're entitled.
I don't believe this.
You start next week. Now, get that on and let's have a look at you.
Audrey?
Audrey, are you all right, love? Let's go in. You must be freezing standing out here.
Oh, I am sorry, love. Do you know we're miles away?
I just came round to see how you were doing, see if I could cheer you up a bit. Come on, let's go in. I'll put the kettle on.
Oh, my, if one more person says a cup of tea is going to make me feel better, I think I'll scream.
Sorry.
I must have told Alfie 50 times to shift that stuff.
Well, come on, I'll give you a hand with it.
I told him, I said, I'm more likely to break my neck tripping over this damn shovel than I am slipping on any ice. Just laughed.
Well, that's a typical fella for you.
This house was everything to me and Alpha. Now he's not in it, I don't know. It's just a house.
No, look at his own a lot.
Really quick, yeah, look at his little legs. And look at that little face, his beautiful eye.
Yeah, you can do us a favour if you want, Vera. You can take him to Blackpool for a week and we'll still be asleep when you get back. Oh, yes,
Yeah, careful, Jack. Sticking your stubby fingers in her face. It's enough to frighten her to death.
What are you talking about? She's laughing. He loves her Uncle Jack.
Hey, we've picked some names for them at least.
At last, you mean?
Yeah. This is William, and that's Rebecca.
Becky.
Oh, Jack. Hey, Billy and Becky Mallet.
We're going to try and keep to William and Rebecca if we can.
Oh, come on, little sweetheart. There you are. There you are, Daddy. Well, we can't get him, lad. I was just wondering if he could do us a bit of a favour, because we've got to go in a few minutes, you see.
As if we're busy as it is, you mean?
Yeah, it's my pigeons, you see. I was just thinking about...
Jack.
Look, I am not talking about flaming Tyrone again. Every time I speak to that lad, he cuts me an arm and a leg.
Well, I'd help you out if I could, but you can see what state we're in, yeah?
When we're a little bit more organised, maybe.
Are you going daft, Jack, eh? expecting the lad to be up to his elbows in pigeon muck, then coming back here to babies. It's unhygienic.
Sorry. Ah, you're all right, Jack. You'd be lucky if it's just up to your elbows, the amount these two produce. We're thinking of renting them out to a garden centre. We'll make a fortune.
They're all same, aren't they?
It's not exactly a vision of warmth and hospitality at the moment, though, is it?
Well, we're nearly there.
Unless you're into scaffolding.
No, obviously it's got a bit to go, but I really do think there is massive potential for a cafe on this site. I do.
Well, exactly. It's a prime location.
Yeah, close to the bookies. I don't hold with gambling, but, well, they've got to eat somewhere.
When will it be ready, though?
Well, soon, obviously. Stephen, what's your expert opinion?
Well, soon. Definitely. But especially for you, Roy. I think we could make it a priority. I'll have to hire more men, though. But,
Roy's Rolls Mark II, eh? Maybe not. I'll show you the yard round the back. I'd like you to build us a cold store. We have not got room for one at the old place.
No problem, yeah. It'll cost, though. Mind you, everything in catering costs.
Yeah, well, we'll have to budget for fittings. You haven't got any contacts, have you, Steve?
Well, actually, Roy, yeah, I've got a fella that I knew in Lowestoft.
Hey, Jack, did I give you train tickets?
Could be in the case. Everything else is.
Oh, you can't beat a tasty weekend in Blackpool, Vera. Do you know some folk that can't drag their minds out the gutter, can they? Actually, we're going to see our grandson in Blackpool.
Oh, bring us back a sticker up, then.
Hey, Tyrone, lad, I've got a bit of business for you there, if you're interested. A small fee, of course.
You've changed your tune.
What? Oh, no, I ain't doing them pigeons there, monkey.
Right, I'll give you a £5 because we're only away a few days.
Nah, forget it.
All right, I'll give you another £5 when I come back.
Deal.
Got a right little shark there, haven't you? Oh, yeah, I know. Doesn't it make you proud? Come on.
Why don't you go over and talk to him? It's not like you've not been introduced, is it?
Oh, Kevin, Happy New Year. I'm sober now, though, aren't I?
So?
Oh, we all do daft things when we've had a few, although you probably don't remember.
Charming.
So you wouldn't do it again, then, if you had the chance? I didn't say that, did I? See? Go over there. I'd be in there like a shot, me, no messing.
Oh, but she's shy, isn't she?
Lost, will you?
Are you two going to flutter your eyelids at each other all day, or is this going to develop into some kind of conversation?
What?
You what? Give us a break. There's only two of us here, but I feel like I'm interrupting something.
All right, yeah, we had a little bit of a thing under the mistletoe, right?
Well, like you do.
Right.
What was she after, a father figure?
Very funny, yeah. You don't have to remind me anyway. Not that much older than her.
Go on then, give us all the sordid details.
Look, we never got past the mistletoe stage, all right?
Ooh, that's a pity. I knew there's plenty of time. I'd be jealous only I haven't got the energy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I remember having a sex life, only it's disappeared into a haze of nappy fumes and wondering which one's going to posset down my shoulder the most in the night. You're not listening to me, are you? Are you?
All you have to know, Ashley, is that we open in Freshco's next week, and that's that.
So you just spring it on me just like that? You might have said something sooner, don't you think?
Never mind that. I have to think about the wider scheme
Oh,
of...
aye, never mind me.
Never mind you. I don't know where you get this attitude from, Ashley. I'm trying to sort out your future, and all I get back from you is this childish ingratitude. I'm not impressed. I say I'm not impressed.
And what about Maud?
You needn't worry.
I don't believe this. 1 minute you're telling me stand up for myself, the next you're trampling all over me. I don't know whether I'm coming or going.
I'll sort that out for you right now. You're going.
Alison?
Kevin. I was just nipping to the shop before I go back.
Listen, I just wanted to say... the other night, New Year's Eve, I wasn't trying it on or anything like that.
No, I thought it was me.
No.
I'm not usually that forward.
Yeah, well, I think we both had a bit too much.
Definitely.
I didn't kiss you just because I was drunk.
Oh.
I mean, I would have wanted to anyway.
Oh, well, fancy that. What a coincidence. Have you two just bumped into each other?
Will you be joining us this afternoon, Alison, do you think?
Did you see her face?
I'd have wanted to do it too.
I'm not ungrateful. I like working in a corner shop. I happen to found my niche.
Ah, you see, Ashley, a niche can turn into a rut.
Hey?
And then where would you be? You should be relishing the thought of a new challenge. You should be grabbing it with both hands.
And what about Maud? I don't suppose you've thought about her, have you? How's she going to cope on her own when I've gone?
We all pass us sell-by date sooner or later.
This is Maud we're talking about. Or half a pound of cheddar.
I'll deal with that when we get to it. Any road. I've lined up 1 or 2 possible replacements for you, so you needn't start mithering. Everything is under control.
Aye, that's what worries me.
You've enough to think about. Like making sure you don't leave this in shop, like you just tried to.
So you've got somebody in mind who can do all the fittings, all that kitchen stuff?
Oh, yeah. See, I think you'll find it's cheaper if we do it all in-house, as they say. Just leave it to us.
Right.
That should be able to get you an inclusive quote, no problem.
I didn't think you did all that kind of thing.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
What about upstairs? Do you think that's big enough to make a flat?
Roy, if you've got the cash, we can put in luxury bathroom. Indoor swimming pool. With sauna, the lot.
No, I don't think that would be necessary.
Oh, Gail, I felt so sorry for her. Anyway, I think she picked up a bit once we went back inside. She had a bit of a cry.
I'm going round in a minute. See if anything needs doing.
I mean, he's having to sort through all his things.
I know. Perhaps I should stay with her just for tonight.
I mean, I just wish I could be a bit of use, but what can you do?
She knows she cared.
Anyway, look, if there's anything at all with the funeral, just, let me...
Thanks, Alma. I'm dreading it. I hope she'll be all right.
Hey! Just go straight through and put them in the fridge, will you, Fred?
Hey, are we on free butties?
It's for Alf's funeral.
I've been meaning to ask. Would it be too much of an inconvenience if our Ashley came round with a few flyers for this new concession at Fresh Goes, hand them out to customers?
I hope you're talking about after the funeral.
Natalie, please. Would I be so inconsiderate? No, next week sometime. That's if it's okay with you, of course.
Well, so long as folk aren't getting mithered about meat when they should be drinking, then shouldn't be a problem.
Not so long as you're giving a free pie with every pint.
Oh, shut up, Les.
Oh, charming.
At least you're in a better mood.
Yeah, well, don't you think I'm forgiving that slime ball for stitching Greg up?
We've already been through this. You're wrong about Greg. Nick had to step in and you know it. So drop it now, or shall we have a row in here? Well?
Oh, please yourself.
I will.
Hey, he couldn't have been short of a few bob.
What?
Alf Roberts. You watch all the vultures go swarming round that funeral tomorrow. You just watch.
Yeah, well, there's always a few like that, isn't there?
She should be well sorted out, though. Audrey.
That's probably the last thing she's bothered about.
Aye, well. Just as well you and Nick got yourselves back together, I reckon.
You what?
You timed it just right. I think there might be a few quid coming your way.
And the solicitor said that if I'm going to be in a realistic position to start applying for custody, I need to be established in my own house. I'm not kidding, Rita. If it's not one thing, it's another.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sally. I'm sorry.
Are you all right? You just seem a bit tired, and there's me going on.
Yeah, I don't know, Sally. I don't know where I am at the moment. Everything seems up in the air. I'll be all right.
Probably still coming to terms with Alf having gone. And I think you're upset about Alec, even though you don't say anything. It's knocked you back a bit. I'll get us another drink. You're gonna be all right.
I hope so, love. I hope so.
Roy, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to work out how many extra tables we could have outside.
Roy, we're in Weatherfield, not Gran Canaria.
Well, I know that. I'm taking that into account, obviously.
Well, as long as you're thinking everything through. I mean, I know you're excited about this and everything, but, you know, it's a massive undertaking.
You worry too much. That's your trouble.
Well, I do worry. I worry about you. I worry that you're overdoing it. It's only because I care about you.
I know you do, Hayley. I'd never take that for granted, and I appreciate your concern. You don't think we're too close to the Rovers, do you? I mean, I don't want to go upsetting anyone, taking away their lunchtime trade.
Do you know, if it wasn't for us having to make money to do me fine, nice and quiet.
Funny, isn't it? Half an hour ago, you couldn't hear yourself thinking here, and now look at it.
Not all glamour.
Go on, Betty. You get your coat, I'll lock up.
Are you sure you can manage, love?
I think I can cope.
OK.
All right. Thought you were stopping at your mother's.
Yeah, well, I left her on her own. That's what she wanted.
She go to bed?
Yeah. She'll get some sleep before the funeral. You sort the insurance man out?
Oh, yeah, I spoke to some bloke, yeah.
Oh, well, as long as that's sorted. One thing less to worry about.
Well, there's a bit of a problem, actually.
Oh, what do you mean?
Alf's insurance policy. It turns out he's paying for something called term assurance, which is a bit like life assurance, but, well, it's a bit cheaper, apparently. And you've got to pay up to a certain date, and it's a bit of a gamble. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I still don't understand.
Well, Alf died on January the 1st, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, this policy, this term assurance thing...
It's not run out.
New Year's Eve.
So she's not covered?
Afraid not. There's nothing.
I don't believe it.